I am at Boutique de la Maison, which is an offshoot of La Maison, which is such a popular cafe on the banks of the canal here in Kreuzberg. And this is their more indoor venue. People come, they pick up their baked goods in their brown paper bags and maybe take them home. And at first I was really enchanted by La Maison, but I actually don't think they execute the stuff they make very well. The reason I come is because number one, it's over the road from where I do Pilates. Number two, they do something called chocolate bread, which I just love. I haven't seen anywhere else do it, and therefore I come here for it. It's a bread roll, essentially like a brötchen, but there's cocoa in the dough. So the bread roll looks chocolatey, and there are also chunks of chocolate in it. It's really big. This is hefty. You see the chocolate runs all the way through the dough. I've come to La Maison because it's really popular, and I stopped coming here. I came here a lot when I first came to Berlin, and then I stopped coming here. But then I realised, like, the fact that everyone likes it is reason enough to come. It's just nice to sit and be in the buzz of all the people, and also they have a beautiful spot on the canal. I also wanted to show a crownie, which is like a croissant filled with brownie, because much like the chocolate bread, I've just never seen anyone else do that. I think it's kind of genius. So maybe they've discontinued it, but if you come and they have it, you should try it. So I got a pistachio roll instead, which pistachio is so trendy, I don't know, but I do love pistachio, so hopefully it'll be nice. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my coffee. I think they've forgotten my coffee, and I'm remembering now why I stopped coming here, but it's okay. Yeah, the pastry is just not as crisp as I want it to be. I keep seeing the waiters come with coffee. I keep thinking, oh, that's mine, they're going to come over to me. And then they don't. I would say if it's sunny, come here, because it's iconic. Sit on the canal, enjoy people watching, because that really is awesome. But don't expect great things from the food. So after much consideration on the topic, because it's a really important topic as to which is my favourite bakery in Berlin, Albatross is my favourite, for sure. Maybe because it's in Kreuzberg and I live close by, and so I come a lot. But everything that they do is incredible. I've got a almond and chocolate croissant. It's one of their pain au chocolats, cut in half, filled with almond paste, and topped with a bit of almond paste and almonds as well. The same concept as an almond croissant, but with a pain au chocolat instead. And the reason I actually prefer this to their pain au chocolat is because the chocolate they use in their pain au chocolat is such good quality, is so rich and dark and verging on bitter, that I like the sweet almond with it. But if you're more sophisticated than me, maybe you'll like the pain au chocolat. I also like how flat they are. Sometimes you see big, tall pain au chocolats that aren't very approachable to eat, whereas this, you can just... The chocolate is often still melty. I love the pastry, it's crisp and buttery at the same time. The almond filling in this is quite coarse, roughly chopped almonds, so there's a bit of texture to it. And it's not too sweet, like it's not just nondescript almond flavoured paste, which you get in a lot of almond croissants. But I think when you have chocolate in there as well, you couldn't have like a sweet textureless paste either. This is a really good balance. I just went to Lap Coffee, which is kind of an iconic institution in Berlin, I'm not gonna lie. They have many locations. I think I'd see them on TikTok, like their marketing team is really on it. Everyone who's young and wants to be cool goes to Lap Coffee. It's funny how they've tapped into the iconicness of Yves Klein Blue, which was already associated with, like, I don't know, Yves Klein, Fitzcarraldo editions, Yves Saint Laurent's house in Marrakesh, and now it's also associated with Lap Coffee. And I've got an almond croissant. This almond croissant was €3, which is cheaper than Albatross. But I have to say I only discovered the almond croissant because the queue for Albatross was too long, and so I came here instead. The almond croissant is different, but I actually really enjoyed it. But I think that's just because I love any almond croissant, to be honest. I'm not hard to please. The thing that I like about it is how dense it is, and I think it's because the filling is so moist, or maybe even they add a sugar syrup because the bottom is so sticky and not crisp at all. And even when you bite in, it all just kind of blends into one. It's very homogeneous. It really just tastes like almond extract as opposed to real almonds. But I don't know, there's a time and a place for almond croissants like these. Namely, when the queue for other bakeries is too long and you still want an almond croissant. I'm at a place called Katie's Blue Cat, and the reason I think it's worth recommending, do you know, the baked goods are just really good. They bake them all here, and I think whoever devises them is totally ingenious. So this is a babka, and babkas are really good at the best of times, but it's a savoury babka. This one happens to be vegan. It's pumpkin and harissa, and it's just like, I never would have thought of that. It's like having a pastry and a coffee, but without quite so much of the sugar rush. Because everything is homemade, if you come early enough in the mornings, it opens at 9, everything's still warm. It's pretty cold in Berlin today, and this steaming Kumpir, oh my goodness. I mean, first of all, it's huge. It's the size of a newborn baby. So here we are at the end of the Kumpir. I've eaten all the filling, but I still have the skin left. And this place literally does not have knives and forks. So I'm gonna go with my hands. I usually like to try and save some of the creamy toppings for the end because the skin needs it more than the fluffy filling. Oh, it's a busy street. Hear the siren come. I'm at this place called Pelelina, and every time I come I'm like, oh, it's so expensive. Okay, not every time I come, because this is the second time I come. Because this poke bowl costs 16 euros, 40, whatever, but this is particularly expensive for Berlin. But every time I've been impressed. The man is so nice, and the food is really good. What I particularly appreciated, they have all these different options. They have like ones that they recommend and they build themselves, or you can build your own. And I always want to build my own because I'm picky, but I'm also really indecisive. And so he was watching me decide, and he was like, well, you know, like based on what you've got, you should have this sauce. And then I was like, oh, but I don't really like spicy things. And he was like, oh, well then you should have this sauce. And I love that because I simultaneously love being able to have what I like, but also kind of being told what to do. The poke bowl feels nourishing, healthy. I've got mango, fish, vegetables. It's very good. So they're really big. I remember last time coming and being so full afterwards. And it was so quick. It's like a restaurant in terms of service, but it comes much more quickly than a restaurant because I guess the poke bowl, you just have to assemble it. And I forgot to say, I came here for the first time because my hairdresser recommended it to me. Yeah, talk to people, get their recommendations. You never know who's going to surprise you. To Brandi Espresso bar for lunch because they do a toasty, they call it a toast for €3.50, and I love how simple they are. It's just sliced white bread. It's like shite white bread that we get in the UK, and we just call that bread. So in Europe they call that toast. It's like a specific kind of bread, and they remind me of like the rubbish cheap toasties that you could get at like the rugby club when we were kids, and parents would be drinking beers and we would get rubbishy cheese and onion toasties. I'm not saying one's better or one's worse, but the ingredients that they use at Brandi are super nice because they also have an Italian deli attached to them, so the ham is just really nice, and so is the cheese. I love the way they serve everything just on a stainless steel tray. No plates, just paper, like to make their life easier with washing up, but also it actually looks quite nice because it is fundamentally a bar. Like they want you to go in, order, and get out of there pretty quickly. And they have gorgeous Italian feeling gazebo umbrellas and wooden tables and chairs on the street, which is just beautiful. It's literally so good. And there's nothing like shite white bread, particularly if you have a good toasty machine. I have come to Marheineke Markthalle. A Markthalle means market hall, and it's a big covered market with all sorts of places to get food. And it's awesome because you can do your groceries there, you can get lunch there. There's basically food from any cuisine that you can imagine, all freshly cooked. I went to the Greek place. I get the Moussaka. I love creamy bechamel type sauces. I love the aubergine. It's like a massive portion. At most of the stands you can sit down. It's really quite nice. Like you can get wine at a lot of them. You can sit down at the bar and watch them cook. Look how caramelized this potato is. This is going to be so good. I think I get the Moussaka. I've been with a friend and he got like a gyros teller. It was good, but that feels more like fast food, and there's already so many döner stands in Berlin. Whereas a Moussaka, like, it would just take me so long to make this. It's not fast food at all. I've come to a park bench to enjoy my sandwich from Albatross because they don't really have tables there, but that's fine. My weekend routine, I typically find myself mildly hungover and in need of leaving the house, and I'll go to Albatross and get a sandwich because there's just something so classic about a sandwich. Everything's okay when you have a sandwich. It's almost like the fact that they don't have tables forces you to be outside. The other thing I like about this sandwich is the cucumber pickles. They're so fresh tasting. And I also love how crisp the bread is. It kind of tears into the roof of your mouth, but in a good way. Look at the cross section. Pickle down. I've come for Vietnamese for lunch at a Vietnamese place on Diefenbachstraße, which is my favourite street in Berlin. I come at lunchtime because if you come before 5 p.m, there's an offer on certain dishes, and I get the chicken curry, which is £9.50. And if you come later, it's more like £11.50. And they do it with other meats later as well, which then get even more expensive, like pork. But the chicken one for £9.50 is good for me. And I love that they mould the rice in a heart on the plate. But because they do this curry with all sorts of meats, I'm assuming they cook all the vegetables and the meat separately, and then it comes really quickly because according to what you've ordered, they'll lay the vegetables and your chicken or your pork on your plate and then the rice, and then just have to pour the sauce on top. So they must in the kitchen have a massive vat of this sauce just going all day. Oh man, what I would do to get my hands on that vat of sauce. I am at Café Katulki, which is a Polish cafe. I hadn't really eaten much Polish food before I got to Germany, but I guess Germany is closer to Poland than England. I got Proziaki, which is Polish pancakes with sausage and a kind of mustardy, oniony mixture as well. They always serve it with salad and a creamy sauce, and I love it. Pancakes are literally my favourite food. And the sausage, I'm not gonna lie, is a very processed sausage. Super pink and smooth. And so it's awesome that it comes with a salad, because the heavy pancake and the processed sausage don't necessarily make you feel nourished in a health kind of way. They make you feel nourished in a comfort kind of way. Even the sauce is heavy. It's not a yogurty creamy sauce, it's a mayonnaise-y creamy sauce. I am at Weinblatt, which is literally my favourite restaurant in Berlin. You can come at any time of day, so I'm here at lunchtime. You can just treat it as a deli. They have a big deli counter, which is what I've got now. I've selected all of the items I'd like to eat and kind of built a plate out of that, but you can equally take all of the things they have on offer away. And the vibe is just Mediterranean. So they have a menu as well as the deli counter, so things like soup, things like pasta, things like Gürtzlem. Maybe you can hear around me, but there are lots of people here right now for lunch. I love the atmosphere, it's super popular. My favourite thing about it is that you go up to order, and so it feels super casual, and yet they set the table so beautifully with tablecloths and candles and flowers, and so it also feels special. And the women that run it are just so on it, so efficient, so nice. And finally, I have an itchy Köfte. It's Friday, which means it's Wochenmarkt day, which means weekly market every Tuesday and every Friday on my back Ufer. My favourite stall, these crepes. The vibes there are just awesome. The man's tent is pretty big and it's pretty open, and you can see him moving around as he cooks, like dancing, and he has funky music playing at all times. Sometimes he has a beer in one hand, sometimes a cigarette. The food's also really good, and I love that it's chocolate and not chocolate spread, like not Nutella or something. There's something really rich about actual chocolate. You can tell it's really good quality. So it's points all round, like points for performance, point for ingredients. It's going to be such a good bite. I am at ZAZZA Kaffeehaus. This is an awesome place to come. Loads of chairs outside. The man is so nice. The staff is so nice. I ordered a piece of chocolate cake. It's called the Schoko vegan, and I like vegan chocolate cake because typically chocolate cake is dry, but not when it's vegan. And what I really like about it is the way they spread raspberry jam on top. Again, because you can't really do icing if you're making a vegan cake, and so they just go super simple and just put jam on top, which again you wouldn't think of if you weren't making a vegan cake, but actually many a non-vegan cake could stand to have the same treatment. Anyway, he gave it to me for a little bit cheaper because I think it's from yesterday, because he was worried that it was going to be dry. I don't care though, I'm just here enjoying the vibes, but that was nice of him. And it's always nice to support businesses that are run by nice and kind people. I really don't think it is going to be dry because vegan chocolate cakes never are. It's so good. We are at back.art, which is a bakery on Diefenbachstraße. It's kind of my favourite place for Café and Kuchen, which is a German thing. What I love is this tables on the street because it's such a gorgeous street, and the cake is not too expensive. I don't know, it's not like the best cake in the world, but I think that's just German cake. If you want that, go to France or something.
Noch mehr.
Noch mehr?
Ich würde das haben.
Super. I ordered something called Zupfkuchen, and I was like, oh, can I have the Käsekuchen with brownie pieces? And she was like, what? Do you mean Zupfkuchen? Look at me in my t-shirt, sat on the bridge. This is called Admiralsbrücke. This is an iconic spot in Kreuzberg. And I have bought my ice cream from Spoonful here. Whether you have an ice cream, a sandwich, a beer from a Späti, this is where you should come. And I don't know if you can hear, but someone has started busking. It's actually not an ice cream, it's sorbet, it's mango sorbet, and it matches my hat. I don't know, Berlin loves ice cream. Like in the UK, unless you're at the beach or unless the ice cream van is driving down your street, we're not huge on ice cream. Or just, it feels quite retro. There are ice cream shops all over the shop in Berlin. I'm telling you, Berlin loves ice cream. I've come for ice cream at somewhere called Kiez and Kugel, and it's on Lausitzer Platz. And Lausitzer Platz, there's a church right in the middle, and in the top of the church, in the steeple, I do yoga. And you can probably hear it's just full of kids playing, young people drinking beer. Everyone's here. There are ice cream shops, there are bookshops, there are restaurants, there are cafes. It's the ideal of a community. And this ice cream is actually really good, as well as the area being good. Namely, because of how chunky it is. I love chunky ice cream so much. And it's the Zimtschnecke flavour. So the ice cream itself has cinnamon in it, and then the chunks are of Zimtschnecke, which is cinnamon rolls. I have come to Olivio Italian, which is on the square where I live. And I can't tell you whether it's the best Italian in Kreuzberg because I haven't been to any other Italians. Because this is on the square where I live, so why would I venture further? This absolutely does the job. I'm sitting outside with pasta and wine. I've already had quite a few sips of my wine, but it is still comically full. Like, I'm gonna get so drunk. But previously I would come here with friends and we'd sit inside. They don't have many tables inside, truly like 3 tables, and all of the tables are high, so they're bar height, but they are still covered in cute gingham tablecloth, which makes it feel very casual, and it's just super cozy, and it's a really small room, so it's quite dark, and you're really like not very far away from where they're cooking, and so it's super intimate. I am at Kumpir 36. The vibes in there are crazy. It's about 6:30 on a Monday evening. The queue was really long. It moved fast because it's fast food. There are like families in there at massive tables having banquets. Yeah, it's giving resort hotel kids restaurant. There's a weird mural on the wall. There are all of these communal salad bowls on all of the tables, and all of the staff wear like branded costumes, the Kumpir 36 costumes. I ordered a half chicken with salad. But yeah, they do everything in a very American style. Chicken with rice, chicken with chips, chicken with salad. It's giving all of the funny camp bits about McDonald's. Chicken in a wrap, chicken with bread. If McDonald's had kind of stopped and not gone on to pursue global domination. And I really like this kind of salad with iceberg lettuce, cucumber, tomatoes. It's super crisp. It's so good, so juicy. The skin is crispy, and the garlic sauce is delicious. It's much more yogurty than a mayonnaise, so it's fresher. I am in Trummy Kitchen. I'm literally the only person here. I don't know why more people don't come here. I love it. It's a Vietnamese restaurant. The man is so lovely. And every single time I come in, I get the sense that I'm entering his home. And then you order, and then he goes and starts cooking it from scratch in the little kitchen. And I can hear him doing it right now. I can hear the oil bubbling because I've ordered fried duck with peanut sauce. Every time I come, I have to get the peanut sauce. It basically tastes like hot peanut butter drizzled on rice and meat. It's incredible. The thing I love about Vietnamese food is how fresh the vegetables are. This courgette is going to taste like a piece of courgette. And this carrot is going to be crisp. I was being dramatic when I said it was like peanut butter. It's a lot thinner than peanut butter, but it tastes like peanut butter. And my favourite thing is to save the sauce and the rice until the end and stir it together like a soup, and it becomes like a peanutty porridge. I went to Goldie's to get a burger. If you want a burger in Berlin, go to Goldie's. They do smash burgers. The patties are really thin. I've said this before, but if a burger could be like bacon, because bacon gets so brown and caramelized because it's so thin, and that's exactly what the beef mince does with a smash burger. I get the plain cheeseburger because I love plain things. There's like no salad in there except onions, because the bread is so good, because the patty is so good, it doesn't need anything else. I'm going to take a bite because they're so thin that you want to eat them quickly because they lose heat quickly. So good. There's loads of black pepper in the patty. Like, it really does taste of something, even though it's so thin. There was a time there though when Goldie's was there was like a real good few months where, but they have a few locations across Berlin. I didn't go to them. I never leave Kreuzberg, so